Hey, I want to make a little note, mostly for your do-it-yourselfers. I'm doing this is how I got this car, in primer. Luckily it's someone new enough to use a urethane primer, not a lacquer. Not that it matters because they put it on bare metal. And urethane's not designed to stick to bare metal. You need an etching primer underneath of it. And the etching primer, they usually have phosphoric acid or zinc chromate, which fights corrosion. This stuff won't. And as you can see, there's no adhesion to it at all. It's not designed to stick. It's designed to stick to etching primer. So for you people out there doing this for your first time, don't use lacquer primer. It doesn't stick any better than this. It's a crappy product. But use a good etching primer. Then let it flash. Then put your 2K urethane primer on it. This spoiler's Nova I want to show you. And this is why shops charge by the hour instead of giving you a price. Everyone wants a damn price. Now, I'm using a chemical stripper on this, even though I don't like using the stuff, but it's going to save me some time because while I'm back here working, doing something somewhere else, the stripper can be up here doing its thing or over there doing its thing, and I just got to come along and scrape it off. Now they want you to wash it with water after. I do not fucking do that because water and metal rust. I don't care what you do, it's going to rust. So I wash the car off after with lacquer thinner. I haven't had a problem with adhesion. So I keep on doing it. But I very rarely use the chemical stripper. And if you do use it and you get it on Bondo, like someone's old bodywork, you have to take that fucking Bondo out. Do not just wash it off, sand it, and keep on going because it's going to lift. Now it's picking out a pinhole here, and this is what I wanted to show you. Somebody put a quarter on this. They didn't line it up too good. They didn't even grind their welds down. I don't know if you can see that or not. And they just buried everything in Bondo. But they didn't grind the metal. So nothing's sticking. Now if I'd have just scuffed this car up like the owner wanted me to do and prime it, straighten it out and paint it, my paint's going to stick to this primer. That I will guarantee I'll stick it to it. But this isn't sticking to the car. They didn't sand the P-coat on the new quarter. You know, and stuff like this. This is why shops charge by the hour. They have to come in here and fix this crap. You know, to put their name on it. Yeah, I talked to the owner the other day. So was it yesterday? He chose not to fix this. He wants me to just make it look best I can. I'm not sure the chrome's going to fit really good in here because this whole corner's out. And I've got that rust hole cut out. And get a piece made. I'll weld that in. Now I sprayed the roof with rust neutralizer. And as you can see, it turned black. So I'll spray it again. Now I watched a video the other day on YouTube. I believe the guy's in Texas. They had a car media blasted with baking soda, and he was freaking out how they gotta get it clean, which they do. Well, he took it outside and washed it with water and vinegar. And he says it will not rust. And if you watch the video, you can see it turning orange right in the video. He says it's not rust. And cars are treated from the factory so they don't rust or some special shit. So, well, if that's the case, why the fuck is all these cars rusting? Right? So what I did is I took the old rear quarter and I washed the spot right here with his vinegar and water. And as you can see, it's rusted. Right? Now his claim to fame is the metal conditioners that you buy, like through PPG, is nothing but vinegar and water. Well, that's not true. They got phosphoric acid in it. They got zinc chromates in them, which stops rust. And this is right straight out of the bottle. I haven't put anything in this. And if you watch, right before your eyes, that rust disappears. Now this will dry and not rust for a couple days unless it rains. And why is that doing that? It's got phosphoric acid, just like all the metal conditioners and metal preps that you buy through DuPont, PPG, or whoever. All I can say is take what you hear or see on YouTube with kind of lighthearted. I know one thing, that guy that's doing that car out in Texas, I wouldn't want to be the one owning that car. Okay, I just shot the etching primer on, I don't know, 10 minutes ago. I'm waiting for it to flash, which means all these wet spots have to be dull and dry. And then I come back and hit it with a high build urethane. Now this primer here is not waterproof. All this is, it's a corrosion inhibitor, and it sticks to the metal. And what you need is your 2K, your urethane primer to put on top of that, which is waterproof. And when you put this on, you don't need to go heavy. As you can see, it's transparent. You know, it's not a building primer, all it is an etching primer. Okay, I got the 2K on it now. I put just one medium coat on. All I need is a protective layer, because I got to put it outside tomorrow night and do something else. And I want to protect this from the moisture. And it allows me to give it a guide coat so I can find all my dents, my highs and lows. Now I want to make a note. There's a lot of talk about aftermarket sheet metal. And this car is just a driver. It's not going to Barrett Jackson or some queer shit like that. But this is a factory GM recorder. And it does fit better than an aftermarket quarter, but as you can see, it's still not right. The car's got a nice bow into it, but this quarter is flat. I mean, it's not a big deal, just pull it out as a weld. The rear quarter has a roll to it in the door jamb where the car actually got almost a bend to it. Yeah. I'm not going to be blah blah all through this video. I'm just going to have pictures, but I wanted to make a few notes.